if you want to meet who is who in the industry, so this event is about that. So you will meet regulators, you will meet policymakers, you will meet fintechs, you will meet venture capital representatives. So everyone who you need to meet in order to understand how fintech is operating in the country.
Jekaterina, it's great seeing you. Thank you so much for taking time to come in and speak to me.
Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure having you here. But for those who haven't had the pleasure of meeting you, just briefly tell us who you are and what you do.
Oh, okay. So I'm involved in different activities right now. So I'm part of AMLYZE. It is anti-money laundering RegTech solution, born here in Lithuania, but expanding abroad very quickly. So I'm a co-founder and head of partnerships there. I'm as well part of a legal firm, Response Legal. So I'm a partner there. So helping companies with licensing, with compliance issues and so on. And I'm involved in some other non-profit activities, like in the, encouraging women to invest, for example. So I have my own startup that is encouraging women to understand investing and invest and start investing. So it's like different activities for the moment.
Now, Jekaterina, I also understand that you, in your previous role, you were part of the regulator in Lithuania. So the question I have for you now is, how does the synergies or the interaction between the regulator and the market participants work in the Lithuanian ecosystem?
For Lithuania, it was probably a main advantage that regulator, Bank of Lithuania, decided to promote fintech in the country. So Bank of Lithuania took this collaborative approach, and we see this approach actually in different regulators across the world right now. So this was like a main push and accelerator for fintech industry to develop. Like regulators saying, yes, we want our market to be competitive. We want innovation in the market, and we want new participants in the market. So this collaborative push for industry was a key of Lithuanian success in fintech.
If you were to boil down the success and the rapid accelerated growth that the Lithuanian ecosystem has had, what would you put that to? What is it that's unique about the ecosystem in Lithuania?
Yeah, it's probably, again, this word collaborative, yes. So what we see in Lithuania is that market and regulators and other public authorities, they are speaking non-stop together. They are working together. Yes, they are going to conferences together. They are meeting here actually in Rocket. They are meeting once a month to discuss, okay, where is Lithuania standing? What we could do to actually accelerate market. What are problems in the industry? So this collaboration and openness of a regulator to speak to the industry, to understand industry problems, to solve them, I think that is one of the key success for Lithuania to developing the fintech market and pushing it forward and making sure that it is growing further.
Okay, and then over the past 5 years, we saw a very fast increase in the number of licensed companies in Lithuania. We've seen now that the strategy has now evolved. What has changed in the strategy, and I want to understand what is the current state of the development of this strategy in the maturity process of the fintech ecosystem? Sure,
it's we can compare Lithuania in fintech scene with any startup. Yeah, how startup is evolving. So first of all, it's a growth stage. Yeah, where it's like you do whatever it takes, to gain some credibility, to acquire clients, and so on. And then startup matures and reaches this stage where it can be a bit more picky to understand what its actual customer is, then to maybe narrow its product and so on. So with Lithuania, it's the same. Yeah, we started with this growth phase where we were going everywhere, where we were inviting any company to come to base their company in Lithuania. And now we reached this stage, I think, where we can be a bit of more demanding, be more picky, and focus on the areas that are relevant for country. So, for example, with payments, what we see quite a mature and saturated market in payment industry. So it's natural that the regulator is switching its focus to other areas like investing, crowdfunding, insurance, and so on. So what we see right now in Lithuania is rather, going and switching to some other industries and not putting a lot of efforts or emphasis on this segment that is already quite very well evolved.
Right, I love that analogy. I think comparing the ecosystem with a startup itself, it's very fitting, and I would say that also you could see that the spirit of innovation and disruption and change is very palpable, not just in the ecosystem itself, but in the country as a whole.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, now we're coming up to the third edition of the Fintech Day, which will bring together the best fintechs in Lithuania and in the region as well. I'd like to take your opinion on why is it important to have events like this hosted in Vilnius?
Actually, I remember the first Fintech event in Lithuania. It was held here in Rocket. So it was like 100 people participating back then. So it was like very, very tiny, small events because the industry was not yet developed. And now, with Fintech evolving in Lithuania, we see that conferences that are taking place each year, Fintech Day, is attracting a lot of people. And what's interesting, so it's not only people from local industry, but these people come from around, yes, from neighboring countries as well. So Fintech Day, I think, in a sense, is becoming a region event on Fintech, where all the ecosystem participants, it can be fintechs, founders, employees of fintech companies, consultants, some regtech providers meet and develop this collaborative solutions together. So again, you can have a call with somebody, have this intro call, try to sell your services, but it's a totally different game when you come, meet people in person, and you can establish some meaningful relationship in person.
Absolutely. We had the pleasure of attending last year, and it was electrifying. Really, the atmosphere was absolutely electrifying. We're very excited to be attending also the third edition that is happening in February. Now, if you were to tell someone why they should come to the Fintech Day, why they cannot miss it, what would you say?
If you want to meet who is who in the industry, so this event is about that. Right. So you will meet regulators, you will meet policymakers, you will meet fintechs, you will meet venture capital representatives. So everyone who you need to meet in order to understand how fintech is operating in the country. Yeah, so if you are thinking about, okay, I want maybe to establish some fintech company in Lithuania, so this is the place to come and in one day gain understanding, okay, who is who, how it's operating, whom I should speak about, and even gain some understanding of some maybe requirements, expectations, and so on. If you are a regtech company, again, you are selling some IT solutions, so this is the event, because you will meet the majority of fintech companies' representatives that you can speak with, tell about your product. So it's like, you probably won't meet everyone you need to meet in any events here in the region.
All right. Okay, great. Well, that's more than enough reasons to come to the Fintech Day. Okay, so now let me ask you, if I were to ask you to describe the fintech ecosystem in Lithuania using 3 words, what 3 words would you use to describe it?
Okay, collaboration. Definitely. Brave. As a country, we are brave enough to set our foot on fintech global fintech ecosystem. So I think that we still stay brave. And compliance.
Okay.
Compliance because it's really important for any fintech and even for country as a whole to have this credibility. And you cannot have a credibility in a long-term perspective if you are not compliant. As a country, as a fintech company, so compliance is really, really important, and we hear a lot of this word, especially recently, from regulators and from fintechs themselves. So I hope that we will stay compliant.
That's a great mix of words: collaboration, compliance, and brave.
Yes.
Amazing. All right, now let's get a little bit creative. Let's put our marketing hats on. And if you were to come up with a slogan that invites fintechs, investors, or talent to make Lithuania their home for fintech, what would that slogan say?
Embrace yourself in a sense that Lithuania is a small country, but you can reach a world from here. So embrace yourself in that sense. And embrace yourself in terms of adopting innovations. So Lithuania in that sense has a really friendly environment to build innovations, both from know-how, competences, and supporting all the supporting infrastructure needed to build innovations. So embrace yourself, come to Lithuania, enjoy event, and enjoy being here.
There you have it. There you have it. Amazing. Well, Jekaterina, we're super excited to the FinTech Day. We're excited for the rest of the region and the rest of Europe and the rest of the world to see what's happening in Lithuania. And we're very much looking forward to seeing you again in a few weeks.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.